Alright, man. Yeah, man. We back, bro. I did used to hate liquor, man. But you know, it's a point in time, you know what I'm saying, when a boy becomes a man, and you gotta put away that childish shit, you know what I'm saying? All that, oh my god, this shit is nasty, this shit is gross, it hurts my throat. That's that little boy shit, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, you gotta man up, you know what I'm saying? Gotta man up in this life. My motherfucking thumb is numb. That's when I realized, I ain't gonna cap out. When I went to college, that's when I realized, like, niggas be goddamn selling. We got my boy consistent in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? What it do, man? What's good?
What's good, man? Thank you for inviting me to the Control the Tide podcast. You know, you can find us on Wave TV, on YouTube, Instagram.
What they need to do? They need to like, comment, and what?
Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I mean?
To the hottest niggas in the city, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't get no bigger or better than this. You know what I'm saying? We got, you know what I'm saying, young mastermind right here. We finna just gas this nigga real quick. We got Albert Einstein's competitor. No. Yeah, we got Albert Einstein's biggest enemy right now, you know what I'm saying? Because he coming to take the world's smartest man title, you know what I'm saying? So that's what he told me. I'm just relaying the message to y'all. Einstein ain't on shit, boy. This nigga didn't even have the technology or the information to compute the type of shit that we talk about right now, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? This nigga been behind like a couple hundred years. Nah, that nigga Einstein wasn't even that old though. That nigga was what, in the 40s? Some shit like that.
Yeah, he was alive during the 40s. He was alive during the 40s.
Yeah, type shit. I thought he was alive during the World War. Did he make the atomic bomb?
I think he was part of it.
Yeah.
He
made that motherfucker. I
think he was involved in it. I think he was involved in it.
That's what I'm saying. How you involved, but you...
It was that nigga Robert Oppenheimer who made the bomb, though.
Oh, see? Exactly what I just told y'all, nigga. How the fuck do you know who that is? This nigga said who?
Robert Oppenheimer.
I've never heard of that nigga. Let's plug him right there. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody see his face and shit. Yeah, man. So, you know, I heard you was a psychology major. My boy in college and shit. You know, I dropped out. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I always like to talk to, you know what I'm saying, my young niggas still in school. You know what I'm saying? Make me feel like I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm learning and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though... to the kids out there, you drop out of school, you ain't gotta stop learning, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep learning at all times. Knowledge is power, but the application of knowledge is powerful. It's a bar. Knowledge is power, but you can know a bunch of shit and you ain't applying it. You feel me? What is you doing? You just know. You just know shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of motherfuckers out here that ain't that smart, bro. They just know how to apply the knowledge that they do know. You know what I'm saying? That take them to different levels in life. What you gotta say about that?
So that's true. What I came here to talk about today's focus is gonna be motivation. That's what we're gonna talk about today, motivation. So
alright, bet.
For me, what I learned motivation is a mental state where basically like your desires control the level of energy, satisfaction, that you put into an action. So what more, like when I look at today, like when I wake up in the morning, like what motivates me? Is it something that's in money? Is it fame? Is it recognition? Is it something internal? For me, I kind of there's two types of motivations: intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic is what motivates you internally, like what wakes you up in the morning is like, I'm going to do this without anything outside influencing you to do it. Extrinsic motivation is like rewards, like what are things that push you to do something that you couldn't do on your own.
Okay, so if I can get it right, I didn't really hear the two words that you said. You said intrinsic and
extrinsic.
Okay, N and X. So N is inward and X is pretty much external. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So like motivating factors externally, like material shit.
Yeah,
pretty much rewards and shit like that. And then like internal is like what? Peace, joy, happiness,
satisfaction, fulfillment.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what motivates you? Like, what type of motivation do you suit for? Do you go for external or extrinsic or intrinsic?
I think I do a little bit of both. Cause I do want material shit. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, material things motivate me. Material goals, rewards. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Money. You know what I'm saying? But like,
definitely the feeling.
That shit is fine. So I can't say that it's not material shit because it for sure is. Like, nigga throwing money in the strip club, like.
But what's material? But what I'm asking you is, like, I know that it's everybody's both to everything, so everybody has extrinsic motivation, intrinsic. But what's the more impactful one for you? What
Like what motivates?
What motivation takes the biggest? Like takes the biggest. What type of motivation takes the biggest impact in your life? What do you? Are you more intrinsically motivated? Or you are extrinsically motivated? Is what I'm asking.
Okay. Let me think on that because I really don't know. What motivates me in the morning when I wake up? Like why do I want to go get this shit, nigga? Money, nigga. Like I ain't gonna cap. Like
it's the feeling of freedom.
For me,
that's true too.
For me, because I have expectations. That's what wakes me up in the morning. Like what motivates me is what expectations I hold for myself. Mm-hmm. So I have my own desires, I have my own expectations. So I get in the morning like I want to do this. Also because I want money. I don't really care about fame. I want money. I want to be successful. But it's more about I have these high expectations I set for myself. I want to meet them.
Of goals.
Yeah, I have goals.
Okay.
That's what I'm on right now. Like self motivation and goals. Like what? Like there's a thing. There's goal setting and there's goal striving.
Goals too, yeah. Facts.
It's goal setting. It's goal striving. You set your goals. You can set your goals all you want, but then at that, so how do you strive towards them? You know what I mean? Like what steps do you take? Do you when you're doing the goal setting? I say in my goal setting, I try not to set up for I try not to make goals that are too high and lofty, but you sometimes have to do that to push yourself. Right. If you just set you can start by setting small goals, but then you gotta start challenging yourself. The more you challenging yourself,
once you you hit that goal fast, you hit that first goal, you're like, damn, that shit was easy. Now you gotta start raising the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like making that shit harder because it gotta be a competition, like with yourself on some shit. Like,
and that's
my thing. I guess like for me, it's more so like what motivates me for real is. I like getting shit done, bruh. Like, so I like having an idea.
So you say you like a challenge? Cause that's an intrinsic.
I think it's the challenge, bruh.
That's basically that's an intrinsic motivator. That's something that if it's something that challenges you internally, as it like you have a drive. That's a drive. I have a drive, right? So that's intrinsic. So that's the saying. Like people have both. There's two sides to one coin. No one is always extrinsically motivated. Right. Like I can say like there's nothing wrong being extrinsically motivated, but if you're too extrinsically motivated, that means that you don't have a locus of control. Locus of control is like what you control. If you're not intrinsically motivated, your locus of control is going to go to something else. That means that basically other things influence you. You don't influence yourself. Because the money, the fame, all that can go away. But if you don't have that motivation inside yourself,
every day, for sure. For like what else you really want, like facts though. I guess it is both. Money do motivate me though. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I want to be out here flexing, like. Having my way, like doing what I want, you know what I'm saying? Buying what I want, nigga, paying for whatever I need to pay for. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And then throwing money in the club, changing strippers' lives. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what motivates me, nigga. I want to change strippers' lives, nigga.
Yeah, so that's basically what I've been learning about this week.
Trying to say these hoes.
I'm not trying to say these strippers. I'm trying to say the other hoes.
The other hoes, nigga? He said the bartenders. The bottle girls. They a little more respectable. They got clothes on and shit, you know what I'm saying? Man, that's fucked up. So you tell me you don't respect the strippers?
I do respect the strippers, but I ain't going to save them.
Man, everybody needs saving.
So yeah, you can show. So that's a good example. So like, we not throwing shade on people who have the job to do, but you can see, say like strippers or stuff. You're more extrinsically motivated because you're more focused on money. You're not really motivated by. Basically, you let see that means that their locus of control is not based on their own internal how they feel on the inside. They let in money, fame, all that stuff get to them. There's nothing wrong with that, but you know what I'm saying. But
it needs to be a balance.
It needs to be a balance.
A healthy balance.
A healthy balance. Yeah, exactly. So you need to be internally motivated, but you got the right. But you know, some days your motivation can kind of be low. So sometimes you need a little pick me up. That's what the extrinsic motivator is supposed to do. To give you some. I think when you at work and you working hard. And you're not getting recognized, what's it gonna make you do?
Right.
Quit or not work as hard. Mm-hmm. But if you get like a award, even if it's even like a little small thing, you feel value. You feel
even if it's just acknowledgement, like even if it's your boss saying, "Yo, you doing good," I fuck with that shit. Like
you feel value. You feel like you're a value member of the team, that you matter. You're not just a.
No, that's fact.
You're not just a what's the word? You're not a dollar sign to them. You're just not. You're not. You have value. So that's pretty much what I've been focused on today. I kind of think about that every day now since I'm like, what motivates me? Because like sometimes I be thinking like, why did I get up this morning? I gotta think back to like, oh, I have something I want to get to. I have a goal.
I got things I want to accomplish before I die and shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man. I like to think about death often because like that shit is a motivator too. Like the fact that nigga like one day you're not gonna wake up.
What are you gonna leave behind?
Exactly. Or like what are you gonna like? What's the life that you want to live? right now we're waking up every day, and we probably take that shit for granted, hella. But like, we wake up every day, but like, it's gonna come a time where like we're not gonna wake up, like, and we don't know when that day is gonna be. Nigga, that shit can be tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? God forbid. You know what I'm saying? But like, I like to think about that shit a lot because that's really what motivates me for real. Like, damn, like, I gotta get this shit going. I got things I want to do.
I feel that. Like, sometimes I think, like, if I died today, what would be said about me? I don't really care if people like didn't like me. Right. Like, what's my legacy? What's my legacy? What am I leaving behind? Did I leave behind a legacy that benefited people, or that it was like, or I was just looking out for myself the whole time?
Right. No, that's facts.
Because, you know,
niggas gotta speak highly on your name. I feel like that's really like the best like accomplishment. Like, all right, if we speak on like religion and like the Christian religion, they talk about you go to heaven, like you like your reward is like the crowns or like the jewels in your crown. You know what I'm saying? So like
based on what you did while you was on earth.
Yeah, your earthly duties. So like, I always looked at it like, nigga, I need my crown to be shining like a motherfucker.
You
like,
want all the jewels?
I need all the jewels. Like, okay, and what makes jewels? Like, what gets you jewels? Like, you being solid on earth. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people like speaking on your name, like, okay, yeah, he was a solid nigga. You know what I'm saying? Real nigga, whatever. Whatever that means for you. What?
Yeah, there's different crowns.
I believe that's
the one I know the most. The one I know the most. That's on the martyr's crown. Like, you can like, that's like one of the highest crowns you can get. Because if you die for Christ, you get like it's a martyr's crown. It's like
facts. Yeah, the martyr crown.
I know there's other ones too, but that's the one that stood out the most to me. But
that shit, wow. Think about that shit, boy. Dying, that shit crazy.
Yeah.
That shit, wow.
Oh, but also,
like, I feel like that's probably like 5 for real. Like, niggas is afraid of it, but I feel like that shit probably.
The reason why like, I say the reason we afraid of it because like you don't
know.
You don't know. Like, it's not like
you jumping into the unknown. But nigga, that's where all the answers lie. Yo, niggas not tapped in. Check it. Joe Dispenza. Do your homework and research, baby.
So the next thing I thought that was related to motivation is like your needs. What needs motivates you the most? So it's like a thing called Maslow's needs. Like what it's called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So it's like a pyramid. So it starts at the bottom with your physiological needs, which is like food, water, shelter, and warmth. Mm-hmm. And then it goes up to it keeps going up and up. Yeah. So security is like safety, employment, and assets. And after that, I think it's social, which is like family, relationships, belonging, intimacy. Friends and shit. Yeah. And then after that, it's like I think it's esteem. So it's like self-worth, confidence, and accomplishments. And then I think at the top is like self-actualization, where you understand, and what self-actualization is you understanding your true potential. Because when you first come in and stuff, when you first get into anything, let's say you get into a job, you're getting a job because you need to fulfill what? Your physiological needs. You need food, you need water, you need shelter, you need warmth. You can't do that without getting money.
A job, yeah, without getting money. Not even without a job, without getting money.
Yeah.
Continue.
Without you having income. Exactly.
Right, income.
So then the next, because like I say, like for me, when I was reading and learning about, like I feel like you need your security needs first, so you can get your physiological needs. Because like, of course you're gonna get your physiological needs as a child because you have parents taking care of you. When you're an adult, though, you gotta have a job for you to get those things, or not a job, but income.
Nah, facts.
But and then like after you do that, you kind of like everybody wants a connection with somebody. People can say they don't want nothing. They don't want no connection with nobody, but everybody wants to have some type of connection, whether it's a romantic connection or just like something simple like, oh, I just need a friend, you just need someone to talk to, you know what I mean? That's what we need, that social aspect of our lives. If you don't have a social life, you basically live in a hell in a sense.
Nah, facts. What you living for? Shit boring. Wake up and watch Netflix all day. That shit get boring after a while. I was just sick, nigga. I had COVID, bro. That shit killed me by like the 3rd day, bro. I was like, bro, I can't do this shit no more, bro. Like, the fuck? I need to do something. I need to get active. Go outside, talk to a nigga.
See?
That shit real.
And then another thing is, like, when I'm talking about the self-esteem, like, you gotta see your worth. Like, most people, they kind of, like, they base their worth off of what other people say about them, you know?
Mm-hmm. Facts. Other people's validation. I tweeted that shit today.
You shouldn't look for people's affirmation about who you are. You should just know who you are already.
You already know. It don't matter what they say about me. They can say what they want. I know who I am. I look in the mirror, I know who I see looking back at me. You know what I'm saying?
And another thing with self-esteem is like your sense of accomplishment. Like, you gotta know, like, You gotta look back at all that you've done. And you gotta just say like, I've accomplished these things, because that builds up your self-esteem too. Because you know you've done something, like you've had an impact. You know what I mean? Whether it's a big or small, on a big or a small level.
Facts.
And then after you see that, then once you combine your self-worth and your sense of accomplishment, that builds confidence. So then, no matter what happens, you know I'm that nigga. So no one can really shake you on that.
This nigga really know hella. I ain't gonna count that shit fire though.
And then that's when it leads to the last step, self-actualization. So you know, you understand your potential, and then that's like basically like the last step of life. You basically you understand your potential, and you're just trying to reach it. That's the self-actualization. So like, you know what you want to do, and you want to reach it. You on that self-actualization need. Like you want to be able to reach your full potential.
Right.
You're not gonna stop at nothing until you get there.
Right.
Shit,
are you ever gonna fucking get there?
I feel like that's
you're never gonna get there.
I feel like you never
get.
There's
always shit to do.
Yeah, I feel like you get there, but the thing is, you can get there, but you never stop growing. And that's why I see like self-actualization. You understand your potential, but you understand your potential is basically limitless. You control how much potential you have as a person. Because you determine when you like
you
this is
turn
enough.
On or off.
Yeah, you determine when this is enough for me. Like if
like
this
a
is
light switch.
See, you determine your satisfaction. So, like, if this is enough for me, I'm satisfied. I don't want any more.
Right.
But if you're not satisfied, you're going to keep pushing it.
Yeah. And that shit is a never ending.
Because think about it. Why do you think about it? Like, I say, like, even with Jeff Bezos, like, even though, like, he could have stopped at Amazon at a certain point, but why did he keep going?
Right.
His satisfaction, he wanted more.
I feel like he had bigger goals from the jump.
Bruh, but you can't, like, how can you have, like, I don't believe that, because I feel like
I believe that
you have to start small. Like I feel like I said earlier, like setting a goal and then accomplishing the goal. Like
you start with small things.
So like a nigga when he started, his goal was probably like, I just want to make a cool ass bookstore, online bookstore. And then like once he did that shit, like he like, damn, that was easy. Like,
what else can I get into? And then he just kept
crazy. They said like once that nigga made his first million, he made like $1 billion like a year later.
Because he had a plan.
Bro, that shit's crazy.
There's no way.
That shit is crazy, bro.
He definitely had a plan.
See, because he could have just been satisfied with just having a bookstore. That was like
he had a vision too. Like
because he could have just been satisfied with just being like.
What I'm saying is like at the beginning.
Wasn't his vision.
Yeah. At the beginning, it was though.
It was though.
It was a goal for him to get somewhere else, and he was like, "Damn, I can."
I feel that.
I can see what you mean. Yeah, like he had that as
goal that you have to.
He had as a stepping stone. So he had as a stepping stone to get to where he wanted to go.
A stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? This conversation right now is a stepping stone. You don't know what can come from this. You know what I'm saying? It's life. Everything's stepping stones, nigga. You just keep stepping, keep walking. That's all we fucking doing in life. I just feel like we just like on a treadmill and we just like walking to a never-ending destination. Like shit is just.
And I feel like the more you challenge yourself, you see better gains. Because if you don't challenge yourself, you don't really see any gains. Cause you know, like when you go to the gym and you put in more weight on stuff.
Yeah.
The more you challenge yourself, you get better gains. You get stronger. You get a bit faster. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say.
So you're trying to become like a demigod, essentially.
I'm just trying to be. I ain't trying to put no title. I'm trying to be the best consistent I can be. The best who can like the best person I can be. I don't want to be.
Answer.
I don't want to be a demigod. I don't want to be anything that's there. I just want to be me. I want to be the best person I can be.
Yo, see, he's too tapped in for me. Like I'm not that tapped in. Cause if a nigga asks me that, I'm gonna be like, shit. I'm trying to be a demigod, bro. Hell yeah. You remember them demigods on 2K?
Yeah,
they was cheating, bro. Like
that wasn't me.
I had a
that was Dre, you, Marcus Ford, and Cam Edis. I was not on that.
You never. I didn't have a demigod though. My player was just like I didn't cheat the game.
Yeah, you didn't cheat the game, but Marcus,
maybe I did though.
Marcus, Cam, and Dre.
I just had a fire ass build.
Marcus, Cam, and Dre, they cheated on 2K.
Yeah, I never
I remember that.
I never ever cheated. I don't even know how to cheat on 2K. Like.
There was a whole glitch for that though.
I just watch like you gotta watch the player builds, like the player the archetype builds and shit. That's why my player be fire every year. Like it's just because you just gotta know like what you want. I ain't gonna lie, that one nigga boy on 2K.
That's a life lesson there right there in itself. You gotta know what you want. Cause most times we don't know what we want, so we fall on the wave.
Yeah, we just doing shit.
But we're trying to control the tide. We want niggas to follow us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts. We are the wave. Don't ride the wave, be the wave. You know what I'm saying? That's who we are. That's what we do.
So even like in these small conversations we had, there's always a life lesson in them.
Oh God.
You don't want to. You want to set the trend. You don't want to be the trend. You don't want to be the one who follows the trend.
Yo, this nigga consistent tapped in, bro. This nigga consistent tapped in, bro. That shit fire. Damn, bro. I just learned hella in like the last 20 minutes, bro. I ain't even finished my blunt. This shit still got a long way to go. I'm finna put this out. I feel like I'm too smart. I'm too tapped in to be gassing. Why am I fucking smoking weed? This shit is fucking... shit is fucking low vibrational, nigga. This shit is hilarious, man. Well, yeah, man. Do you want to talk about some more shit?
I gotta think of some more.
Right, we can keep going, bro.
I don't know.
Shit,
I can't think of.
I was finna close it out, but shit, we really can keep going.
That could be fun. We can save it for next episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was really enough. Like that was enough sauce to like hold y'all niggas over until we come back
next week.
Next week we'll be back with another episode of
Control the Time Podcast. Like, follow, and subscribe.
Yeah. That shit hard.